Anger. You see a lot of anger today. A couple of the video, the fails, clip type things that you see on YouTube. You see where especially the young people, get angry at the computer screen or they're playing a game and they punch the thing or they throw something at the screen. And it's anger. It's frustration. I think you have to realize that, you know, uh, as a issue, anger certainly is becoming more of a problem. I see it in the road, as people drive. I see it in myself. Um, I know that I have anger. I know that I have frustration. I know that there are problems that have caused me to resent others. Uh, I know that. I can't pretend that it's not there. Um, I get very frustrated at things, and doesn't matter my age or whatever. There's, I guess, a tendency for that over my life, I suppose. But I think you should, yeah, I think everybody should address that in their lives, to be aware that this is mounting. And and again, I do believe that there's a sense as more people see more people, whether on video or in the world or whatever experience, acting out their anger, they also now think it's a good thing that they can do it, or they think it's socially acceptable, or whatever. Let's just go ahead and shout. And frankly, I get part of that anger is this constant use of vulgarities that is being so commonplace that everywhere you go, it's f this, f that, whatever. There's no control over these things, and I think that you know the quote unquote f bomb or f word is going to be just part of the lexicon, and then people won't even care at all about it as it's used so frequently. But it's just a word. It's like anything else. It's just a word. It's how you use it. It's what your intent is. Just like gestures. It's all part of being who we are. But there needs to be control over who we are. There needs to be control, self control over what is going on. I used to ask the kids, as they were growing up, when they were, this was quite a few years ago, obviously, but as they developed, and they would use a vulgar term. And I'd ask them to think about how they would act as parents when they hear their own children using those vulgar terms, out of anger, out of frustration. Yet, there's no, just think about it. Again, there's no easy answers, I don't think, to any of these. I hear a lot of, well, there's three things you can do, or five things you can do, or, you know, whatever. Buy my course and I'll teach you how to do this. Like that guy, Tony Robbins, and many of the other motivational speakers. They have very good things to say. I remember listening to Tony Robbins years ago as I was driving, trying to get a better perspective on life and improve myself. And the biggest thing there, because to reframe yourself is a darn good thing, because we are not in, unless you are, unless you think you're the top of the line, there's things that can be corrected in our personalities and our judgments and how we do things. But that was the thing that they left out, is how to change. I got it, I mean, after hearing it 25 times, 30 times, 100 times, reframe, reframe, reframe. Yeah, I got it. I know if I could, I would. I just don't know how the heck to do it. And the same with anger. How do you change that? You know, How do you change that in yourself? You have to ask yourself these questions because you will find the answer. Now, sometimes you need to seek help. You need to ask people. You need to talk to people, whether it's a minister, a priesthood holder, a doctor, a lawyer, an Indian chief, whatever. Um, someone you have confidence in, someone you can think will guide you in some way, or just be an open ear, because sometimes it's just vocalizing the issues creates a understanding within yourself that, oh wow, I didn't see that. But if you're talking to yourself all the darn time, it isn't going to help you a whole heck of a lot because you're talking to yourself and you're thinking these things to yourself. So what's going to happen? You may achieve something, of course. To contemplate, to meditate, to think about, and to not think about. Because meditation is more not thinking about something than focusing on something. And I believe in that. I mean, it's a real help. Meditation is a positive thing. Do it. And it's simple to do, but it's really hard to do it consistently. I listened to one gentleman. He says, yeah, you can do all this stuff, and as long as you have, once you achieve perfect silence or perfect stillness. I said to myself, wow, that ain't gonna happen. Perfect? Me? No, no, I don't see it in my life that I'm gonna have perfect stillness. I can try. I can once in a while gain that perspective that I have found something within myself through that stillness, through that effort. But to do it as like a Zen master or a guru or whatever, I mean, that's as far from me as the moon. But it doesn't mean you can't try. You may achieve it. You don't know. There's nothing that you can say, but don't just have the expectation that you sit down and you meditate and suddenly there it is and the world's great again. You get into a lotus position and go for it. But anger is a big problem, I think. And I think that people can help themselves, as in most things, to lead us to a better place. Because anger won't do it. Anger is only an emotion. It doesn't solve a dang thing. It's an emotion. It's to create the energy, the adrenaline, to kill the attacking lion as it comes out, to beat off the warrior dude that's trying to kill you. It's for a purpose. It juices you up. But most things in life you don't need to be juiced up for. There are times when righteous anger is definitely appropriate. Righteous anger. But, you got to control some of the other things. If you get upset over the littlest thing, you spill milk or whatever, and you throw the cup at the refrigerator. I don't know. But whatever happens, it can be a response to just being overcome by things in life. And then you just react. It's not a bad, you're not a bad person. You're not this or that. But you have to realize that it's not the best thing to do. However you react to anger. I remember as a kid, well, it wasn't because of anger. It was just scared, I guess. But I found this beautiful apple in the fridge. It was a beautiful looking thing, delicious apple. And we didn't have a lot of money at the time. And, a nice fruit was a nice thing. It was a good thing to have. And you buff it up and whatever, and you make it shiny and rub it on your shirt. And I was watching the television. Of course, back then the televisions weren't as flimsy and whatever. It's a big, thick screen on it and whatnot. And I was watching the television and rubbing my apple, and I took a big bite, and it was rotten to the core. Rotten. Disgusting. How it could be so perfect on the outside and rotten on the inside was beyond me. But I didn't think about it at the time. I just chucked it. Splat against the television screen. Obviously not a great thing to do. You know, mother was not happy with me. Spitting out that putrid stuff in my mouth, and just a reaction. And that's what anger is. It's just a reaction. You're frustrated, you're sorrow, you're heart, you're hurt. Deal with that. Find out if you can deal with it on your own, but also work to find answers. Talk to people if you can. If you can't, you can't. You do what you can do, but you can do it. You can do something for yourself within yourself. That is a definite. So work towards improving anger, because I see it everywhere. I see it on the streets as I drive. My gosh, there's anger, frustration, yelling out windows. I'll kill you for driving thing. Really, and terrible. So anyway, I just thought of addressing that uh, issue because, well, I have it myself. I haven't checked an apple yet at my television, but who knows? But I do know that my heart is heavy and angry at times, and I know that and I have sought psychological counseling. I've done that over the years for a variety of reasons, but and it's a good thing. Some people can afford it. Some people have good health insurance. Some people don't. That's just the way it is. And if you don't, you find out ways that you can do it. In this society, there are many things that can. But be careful. My last thing, be careful if you do reach out to anybody, because there's a lot of tippity doos out there. There are people that are not worth the license they've been given. So be careful. Use your judgment. All right. Be well. Take care. Uh, look towards the foundation. Look towards good. Look towards health. Look towards well-being for yourself and the society as well. Take care. Bye for now.